Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Shit Your Pants Wednesday on the DJB Productions Network. I'm your host, Matt Sunner, and I am joined once again by my good friend, Mr. Danny J. Danny, how you doing?
What's
Oh,
going
looking cool.
on?
He got the shades going.
It's another Wednesday. It's another time to shit my pants. I got all my stuff. I got my toiletries. I got my cheesesteaks, not in the same room. But it's once again, it's Shit Your Pants Wednesday. It's a fun thing, and we're going to have a lot of fun today.
Hey, we're going to be talking about a pretty cool movie, one that I'm going to let you take lead on because you recommended it to me. But before we get into it, I want to send a shout out and a very special thank you to the band 7 Year Witch. They are a band that's local here to Anderson, South Carolina, and they've been gracious enough to let us use their song Peril as our theme music. Really cool, straight ahead rock and roll band. And I heard this song and I'm like, man, this fits so perfect with the show. It's without getting in too much, because again, we want to stick with the show, but it's a girl walking home. Her name is Peril. She's walking home from the club by herself, and she's not as alone as she thinks she is. There's somebody stalking in the shadows. Got a really cool, creepy vibe to it. So we want to thank them. We'll put information, links to their stuff in the description, so you can go check them out, because obviously a really cool band, and they're helping us out. We want to help them out as well. So, Danny, Earth versus the Spider, 2001.
This is such a great movie. Now, those of you who watch horror movies in general, there is an Earth versus the Spider. It goes back to the 1950s, which was, your giant spider like superimposed on.
Yeah, your classic,
very, very corny. They go into a cave and there he is, and let's blow him up, and everybody's involved and type of thing. And it was a good black and white movie. Okay. Now, Earth versus the Spider 2001, this is the one we're talking about today. This movie came out, didn't necessarily pay homage to the original. It's not a sequel or a remake, but the cool thing about this was when this came out in 2001, this was preceding Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, which at this time, this was the first time other than the 70s that we had a Spider-Man on the big screen. So that was a big, big hype. It was even outdoing Star Wars, who was coming out with the prequels at that time, around the same time. And Star Wars was kicking butt. But when Spider-Man came out, destroyed everybody. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. So this came out before that. And I think what it was kind of like a movie to say, hey, you know what? Spider fever is happening. Let's capitalize on this and make a movie. I believe this actually was on Cinemax. This actually didn't make it to the theaters, I don't believe. It was actually like a made-for-television movie, but it was on Cinemax at that time. And I said, oh, Earth versus the Spider. And I remember the original, and I'm like, oh, I'll watch this. It would be really cool. And what this does, I mean, plagiarism is king and everything. But basically, it follows the Peter Parker Spider-Man storyline, except things are not always as good as they would appear at the end. And that's what happens with this movie. You have a security guard who's got his head in the clouds. He loves comic books, and his favorite comic book hero is the Arachnic Avenger. I think it's the Arachnic Avenger. Very, very bad name.
Very bad. Biting right off of Spider-Man. Yeah.
But the only thing is he's got like 4 arms, and he's like really hideous looking, but he's a hero. All right. So he loves this comic book, right? And he's in there, and he's got this Ernest Borgnine looking partner who's his other security guard that he goes in and hangs with, and blah, blah, blah. And you gotta get that this guy is kind of like you said, he's a head in the clouds type of guy, little bit of a loser, not a nice kid, but like a little bit of a loser, whatever. And he's got a crush on the girl that lives 2 doors up from him in his apartment building.
Are her initials MJ as well?
Her initials are not MJ.
Oh, okay. Now, I guess they figured that would have been taking it too far.
And I didn't get her name, but just for those of you who watch daytime television, she is currently Victoria Newman on The Young and the Restless, and has been for a number of years. So that
you watch that all the time.
My wife does, and I get stuck. Okay, this is what happens when you get married. Okay, sometimes if you want to watch TV, you gotta give it.
Yeah.
So what happens is he works at this company, which does is doing all kinds of experiments on different things, and oddly enough, they're doing experiments on spiders, the regenerative abilities, that type of thing. You get this underlying thing that they're doing stuff for the military, and it's a military project. So long and short, and I'm not going to try and give away everything because you got to really watch this movie. I'm not giving away really anything that's going to make you not watch it, but there's a break in. His partner gets killed, and he feels bad about that. And like any loser superhero fan, let me stick myself into the peril of this machine of that they're working on spiders and try and gain spider powers like the Arachnic Avenger. Okay. So he does it. Now, you see how this is still plagiarizing on Peter Parker to a point, right?
Yes. Instead of accidental, he does it on purpose.
He does it on purpose, right?
He pretty much combines Spider-Man and the Hulk.
Yeah, I think he accidentally had the job, is what it was. And then he goes and he does that, and at first he starts to feel a little weird and stuff like that. And he starts to think, "Oh, this is cool. It's cool." But as time moves on, the mutations keep going. The serum's taking more and more effect, and he's now starting to see that, hey, you know what? Wasn't such a great idea. Okay. Now, you would say, what's keeping
got more than he bargained for, did he?
Yeah. Now you're saying this is already a blockbuster hit, I could see. What's going to keep me from watching this more? Well, I got news for you. The big star, where the money went, because they cut it out of a lot of the special effects, where the money went was the detective of the movie, which is none other than Dan Aykroyd.
Oh,
okay. So
goes from busting ghosts to busting spiders. Huh?
He goes to busting spiders, and he plays such a stereotypical 1930s detective. I'm bluesy. I have a bad marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I lose myself in the job, right? And meanwhile, now I gotta hunt this guy who's turning into a giant spider because that's not in my fucking makeup. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's what it comes down to. And then we have this big thing, and it's pretty cool. And the cool thing about this is one, just like as a comic book fan myself, and like in I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, stuff like that. This was just kind of cool on like a kid level. Say, all right, we're watching this. It would be kind of neat. But what was neat about it for me was that this is what physically could have happened, barring any kind of reality, if Peter Parker didn't have this fantastic thing happen to him. What happened if Peter Parker got bit by a spider and then turned into a giant spider? Now, keep in mind, in the comic books, that does happen. Mm-hmm. It's still plagiarism, folks. But this is a cool thing because it's like the guy does it with good intentions. Bad things happen. And you're left with a movie to say, wow, like I really feel bad for this dude. Not terribly bad because it wasn't that in depth in the writing, but it's a great thing. The characters are likable. It's a Spider-Man all in the same scene, so you get Spider-Man in a sense. Yes. What I mean? But definitely a great candidate for Shit Your Pants Wednesday because you can make fun of this movie, you can like this movie, and you can eat cheesesteaks.
So it pretty much straddles the fence there between it's pretty decent, but it's going to have some heckling moments available for you.
Absolutely, it is.
All right,
really bad. Dan Aykroyd steals the show because it's in his contract, I suppose. But
he's the only real actor in the movie.
He's the only real actor in the movie. Like I said, the only reason, and it's funny because when I rewatched it just to do research for this show, I didn't realize that the love interest was the girl that's on Young and the Restless because that's more recent times. You figure this was 2001; she was real young. We're in 2021. She plays Victoria Newman on The Young and the Restless. So for those of you soap opera people out there, be like, oh, I want to see Victoria in a movie where she's getting attacked by a giant spider. No, this is the one.
This is it.
This is the one you got to go for. It's definitely a must see. I loved it. It wasn't one of the ones where you're like, this was so horrible and I hated it. You love it for its crappiness. in a sense.
Okay.
It's genuinely
It's so bad it's good.
happily crappy. It really is so bad it's good. It really is.
Fantastic.
You're gonna
All
love
right. So again, 2001, Earth versus the Spider, hour
Mhm.
and 30-minute runtime.
Yes.
Danny J gives it the seal of approval. This is
I
one that
do.
you will this you should definitely enjoy,
If you
but
like
also have some
superhero
good
movies,
heckling movies. So
yes, and
yeah,
if you like a good combination of superheroes and horror, right here, this is what it
this is
is.
where it goes.
This is what it
All
is.
right then. So again, this has been another episode of Shit Your Pants Wednesday. Get your friends together, have them come over, order yourself up your favorite comfort foods, grab yourself your favorite beverage, sit down, watch Earth versus the Spider.
Go on Facebook. Look
on
up
Facebook.
look up SYPW. There's a public group there.
SYPW, yes.
You have there. People are already posting on it, which is great. What you do is just have some people over, watch a movie, take some pictures, take some selfies, say, hey, we're watching our Shit Your Pants Wednesday movie, and post it right up on the Facebook page. We love hearing from everybody. People are actually enjoying it, and I really love that they're enjoying this
Yes.
party idea, and I think it's a great thing. It really
We've
is.
seen a few of those. And hey, extra kudos to you if you do the selfie with your friends in front of the movie. Let's see it actually on the screen. That would be great. Because again, this is something that we loved. We always had a great time with it, and that's why we wanted to bring it all to you.
I don't want anybody thinking that Shit Your Pants Wednesday means that you have diarrhea and you're stuck in a toilet.
Yes, no,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, we'll
not
take
at
the
all.
photos. We'll take the photos. I am not a snob in any way, shape, or form, but I'd rather you watch the movie.
Yes, watch the movie. It is awesome. So again, if you're liking what we're putting here, make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the network, click that notification bell so you know when the new videos go up. Check out again SYPW page on Facebook. Join there because again, we will put links to all these videos when they come up,
And
when they go live, and leave comments. Exactly.
Yeah, we want to hear.
Let us know. Are we on base with this? Was it a good watch, or are we totally off base? What did you find funny about it? What did you find scary about it? These are the things we want to know. This is all about being a community and sharing our ideas and just coming together and enjoying something pretty cool.
I mean, maybe it was a little bit more of a fart your pants Wednesday. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, get it. So again, gather up your friends, grab some food, grab some beverages, watch Earth versus the Spider, and get ready to shit your pants.
That's great.
Do you smell that, Danny?
I smell it. Do you smell it? I smell it.